Good morning, all. Lynn Cox here, Rapid Transformational Therapist. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's chilly here in Calgary. Anyway, I just wanted to chat a little bit about the most recent recording that I posted that people can download. And that is a recording to help you have phenomenal coping skills. So I just want to chat a little bit about why I decided to do that recording and release that recording next in this series, and just talk a little bit about the concept of self-trust and self-reliance. So I chat with a lot of people. It's getting a little tiresome to say that we find ourselves in challenging times. Yes, depending on how you perceive the situation that we find ourselves in Canada, across the world, culturally speaking, yes, these could be considered challenging times, but I'm going to just pose an option for how we might be able to look at this. What if we just considered this purely as being a time? I'm not a huge fan of the whole phrase, "it is what it is." A lot of people use that. I find that they use it in a bit of a dismissive way, because we actually do, in fact, have a lot of agency over our own lives, our thoughts, our decisions. That always exists. But we do need to recognize that we work within a context and a culture and with others. So that's also a fact of life. Anyway, why phenomenal coping skills? A lot of people who I've been chatting with, there has been what I perceive as an increase in people's worry, fear, stress, and uncertainty. So, one of the things that can be really useful to deal with right off the bat is this idea of uncertainty. One of the greatest lessons that my martial arts teacher has taught me to think about often is a great goal to pursue is the goal to be comfortable with not knowing. Like, let's face it, because we do live in a culture, we don't know if there's going to be another, variant that washes over us. We don't know necessarily what the government's next decisions are going to be. We don't know ourselves if we're going to get sick. We don't know when our time here is finished. So it's working towards being comfortable with it is a fact in life that there is much that we cannot and will not ever know. So part of this recording is focused on that. And if you can start to get comfortable with that fact of life, that you will not know much of what will occur, there is a kind of peace that can wash over you. The other thing, self-reliance and phenomenal coping skills. So really, I've dealt with people who are in recovery programs, 12-step programs, and they often use the prayer of, granting me the knowledge or the wisdom to know what I can change, what I have agency over. So you do have agency over your mind, you do have agency over your thoughts, you do have agency over what you decide to do with your body, where you decide to put your energy, where you decide to put your focus, what media you allow to come into your sphere. And one of my most favorite essays ever, I have it printed out, it's Ralph Waldo Emerson's essay on self-reliance. And I'm just going to read a line in this, or a couple lines in this. There's so much genius in that. The way the language is written, it's a little, it's almost like reading Shakespeare today. It's worded in ways that we don't typically talk. But the concepts and the ideas are there. And one of the leading lines in this essay, which is absolutely fantastic and so rich, says this: to believe your own thought, to believe that which is true for you in your private heart is true for all men. That is genius. Speak your latent conviction, and it shall be the universal sense. For always the inmost becomes the outmost, and our first thought is rendered back to us by the trumpets of the last judgment. So that, in my opinion, is such a true statement. So really, what we're working at here with therapies like RTT or recordings like the one that I just produced and released is to help people get to a place where they are knowledgeable that no matter what happens, no matter what external circumstances arise, that here within yourself, you can deal with anything. You can manage anything. We're totally creative. We're very intelligent. We're phenomenal problem solvers. So it's shifting more away from a looking outwards for others to solve our problems, for the government to solve our problems and take care of us, for scientists to ensure we're going to have good health, for um, a workplace to give you absolute security. Those things don't really exist. And then once you put that focus outward and you're not taking account for yourself, it's actually not good for the soul. It's not good for the psyche. Gaining that ability to get comfortable with not knowing and then forming a deep sense in yourself that you are creative, intelligent, resilient, strong, and powerful, and do have an intuition and an inner knowing that can guide you in any situation. Well, that's just a great place to be. It's a great way to live. It helps people calm down their nervous system. So there is a physical aspect to this, which is you can have more calm and peace of your nervous system in yourself. I know a lot of people who actually have quite strong faith, and I find that those people with strong faith within the course of this, last couple of years, what we've been dealing with, have actually weathered the storm a little more effectively. And I'm not suggesting that you can subscribe to some religion or do that, but it has been quite obvious to me that those who have a strong faith in some kind of higher power or God seem to be a little more at peace and a little more okay with not knowing. But we don't need to have a faith in a religious figure to do so. We can actually build that within ourselves. So I just wanted to chat about that a little bit. I hope you have a wonderful day and check out the recording if you get a chance. Take care. Bye.